desert getaways often conjure images of sandy beaches and scorching sun. But what if your next adventure involved something entirely different? Welcome to the Atacama Desert located in Chile. Nicknamed the driest non-polar desert on Earth, it's a place unlike any other. Here in this video, we are going to discuss 10 things to do in Atacama Desert that will make your adventure truly unforgettable. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's get started. Number 10. See the dawn at El Tatio Geysers. El Tatio is the third largest geyser field in the world, with 80 active geysers spread across 10 square kilometers. It is also the highest, rising to an elevation of 4,320 meters. To capture them at their most picturesque, you must rise before dawn, making the tedious 2-hour drive on an unpaved road bearable. The fumaroles, or steam from the geysers, are visible as they emerge from the earth in enormous, puffy columns, some of which can reach a height of 6 meters if you time it perfectly, as the early light of dawn fills the night sky. But if you arrive too late, the contrast between the steam and the surrounding air becomes less striking. The steaming hot springs are the main draw, but there's plenty of wildlife to see as well, especially after the majority of visitors have left. Here you can find Andean gulls, black-billed shrike tyrants, and the bright yellow black-hooded Sierra finch, together with vicuñas, vizcachas, and Andean foxes. Number 9. Visit Laguna Miscanthi and Laguna Miniques. A short distance from Piedras Rojas and the Salar de Taller lie Miscanthi and Miniques, two shimmering lagoons. These salt-rimmed lakes, which are surrounded by rocky, sun-baked bushes and gently sloping rust-colored volcanoes, are certainly the most picturesque in the entire Atacama Desert. It is a true introduction to the barren landscapes of the Andean Altiplano, but the combination of motionless water and the brightest blue sky, you will have even seen more than make up for the stark, inhospitable nature of the surrounding area. The distance to Socorro is 90 kilometers from San Pedro de Atacama. Similar to the Piedras Rojas, you have to arrive at Socorro 1 hour early for your scheduled check-in time with a pre-purchased ticket. Number 8. Go off the beaten path at the Petroglyphs of Hierbas, Buenas. The Hierbas Buenas Petroglyphs are one of the least popular destinations on this list of things to do in the Atacama Desert, but it's highly recommended, especially if you've rented a car. The Petroglyphs, a collection of rocky outcrops with relief carvings of men, foxes, guanacos, and cross-legged shamans, will be your first destination. It's the best place in the area to see cave paintings, and while you're admiring these amazing etchings, it's worth thinking about the local communities that manage to survive in such a hostile environment. It's simple to understand how these carvings have been preserved because of the intense dryness of the desert. Number 7. Try sandboarding at Valle De Marte. It is just as fantastic as Valle de la Luna, with its expanses of red granite and slopes of golden sand, but much quieter and with significantly fewer visitors. The majority travel there as part of sandboarding adventures from the town, and the rippling sand acts as an adventure playground for thrill seekers. Without a tour, sandboarding is not possible as you will need to hire equipment. A 3.5-hour tour with Sandboard San Pedro is a great way to experience the desert from a different angle and is a terrific cardio workout, even though you won't be speeding down the dunes as fast as the experts. Beginner tours start at this stage, and equipment includes a helmet, an English-speaking guide, a souvenir film, and transportation from their office to the dunes. Daily tours depart at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., but tickets are essential. Number 6. Catch the sunset at Laguna Tebinquinche. Laguna Tebinquinche, a big salt lake surrounded by patches of solidified salt that turn a beautiful pink as the light fades, is the best place to see a sunset. The orange tint of the mountains to the east adds to the magical feeling of the picture, making this one of the most unusual locations in the Atacama Desert to see the sunset. It is still a popular spot to watch the sunset, even though many tour groups are enjoying the same view at the same time. A pisco sour, which is typically included in the trip, only make the experience even more enjoyable. Reaching Laguna Tebinquinche on your own is quite simple. Turn left off Ruta 10 miles south of San Pedro de Atacama and head east, and then due south along the dirt road to reach Laguna Cejar, and then, a couple of kilometers further, is Laguna Tebinquinche. Number 5. See all 3 species of flamingos at Laguna Chaxa. When it comes to the region's most famous water-loving residents, flamingos, there's one place to head. Laguna Chaxa is one of the best destinations for spotting flamingos in the Atacama Desert, as it's home to large colonies of all 3 altiplano species, James's, Andean, and Chilean. It's located within Reserva Nacional Los Flamencos and the vast Salar de Atacama, which stretches south from San Pedro de Atacama for over 100 kilometers and is the 3rd largest salt flat on the globe. It was formed by water deposits from the Andes Mountains collecting in this natural basin and evaporating to leave a crust of salt. Number 4. Find out what it feels like to be weightless at Laguna Cejar. Going to space might not be an option for most of us, but if you're wondering what it feels like to be weightless, then head out to Laguna Cejar. Entering this sinkhole allows you to float weightlessly because of its 28% salt concentration. The sensation of floating on the calm lake's surface is well worth the discomfort, even though the water is chilly given the intense heat of the desert. You are not permitted to enter the water with any chemicals on your skin due to the harm that sunblock's chemicals have caused to the water's delicate ecology. It is only accessible to the general public from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and reservations must be made in advance via their website. Number 3. Take a dip in the Termas de Puritama hot springs. You might be shocked to hear that one of the most well-liked activities in the Atacama Desert is visiting a set of natural hot springs in the Rio Puritama, which is located 30 minutes north of San Pedro de Atacama. The 8 crystal-clear hot springs at the Termas de Puritama have temperatures of between 25 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius, with the purportedly relieving rheumatism and arthritis due to the high concentration of sodium sulfate. However, when the air temperature is warm, they can feel less than refreshing. The pools are in graduated sections of the valley and are connected by small waterfalls. The entrance fee is steep and gives you 3 hours in the pools. Number 2. Drive out to the remote landscapes of the Salar de Terra. As one of the least visited places in the Atacama Desert, you're unlikely to spot any other tourists during your day trip and have this whole unique landscape all to yourself. Located in the middle of the salt flats is a large lagoon surrounded by salt that is home to a variety of animals, including flamingos that are breeding, vicuñas, Andean foxes, and birds like the puna plover and Andean goose. Don't miss the Monjes de la Picana, a group of rock pillars that have been worn down by wind and now resemble monk silhouettes. The majority of visitors to the Salar de Terra take a tour because getting there is dangerous if you are unfamiliar with the area and there are no designated routes leading there. Number 1. Sample wine from one of the Vina Santa Romina. A desert, and the world's driest non-polar desert in the world, probably doesn't sound like a likely place to grow vines. This is what people think until they visit the indigenous Tocono community and their vineyards. At 2,468 meters elevation, the vineyards of Vina Santa Romina are the highest in Chile and among the highest in the world. But one of the most remarkable features is seeing how neat rows of vines grow out of parched sand, all against the backdrop of the arid Salar de Atacama. Visiting Santa Romina is a chance to learn about how exactly you grow grapes in the desert. It's a very unusual place, but still one of people's favorite wineries in Chile. That's all for today's video. I hope you liked the video. Which of the activities did you like personally? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching.